look like Jurassic Park succulents. They are, right? Am I wrong? Oh, they are so beautiful. And if you touch them, look at them. They remind, look at this. This is like a mop head of fabulousness. Yes. And they're thick. I want to show a thick branch off of that because we're getting, yeah. Look at that. It's not quite, it's rubbery, right? It's not quite as thick as aloe would be. It's a little bit thinner, but man, it's beefy. It's not like thin little leaves. These are so beautiful. And then look at this one back here. First, look, this one's gorgeous. What are the names? What's the big one in the back?
So the big one in the back is called Mission to Mars with the wavy burgundy leaves and that kind of intense burgundy foliage. Yeah, that's called Mission to Mars.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. I love the size of it.
It's huge, and that was growing in one growing season. So I know that this looks crazy, but they're kind of tender plants. So you do need to bring them in the wintertime if you get below like 20 degrees in your area. But these will grow and grow and grow, and they're fast growers too.
Okay, and these are also resistant to deer, rabbits, drought tolerant, heat tolerant. And they're on 5 payments of $4.60 with free shipping and handling. If I bring these in, because they're listed as an annual and they are eclectic, but if I bring them in, can I keep them as a house plant and keep going with them or not?
Yes, absolutely. They may, I mean, just like, so they are in the succulent family. So just like your succulents, so many people are collecting succulents like crazy right now. This gives you a way to be a little different and then bring them back outside the next summer. And so they absolutely can work indoors as a house
plant. I love that. All right, what's that one on the screen called? Is that I think it looks like it might be the Lavender Lady.
So yes, it's not the one that's Bad Hair Day has that ton of, looks like a big mop of hair. So yeah, Lavender Lady, she's that lavender gray spotted with those burgundy purple dots, and she has more of an upright habit. So a lot of these in some of our pictures that you'll see, we have them in these fun head planters, which I collect. I love the head planters. They're so cool and so funky. And this one is like that spiky hairdo, the Lavender Lady.
I love her. And then lastly, oh, look at that. The Bad Hair Day is the one I was talking about earlier. Oh my gosh, I gotta get that. Where do I find like a statue to plant it in like that? That's awesome.
Yes. They're so fun, right? You can get them at a ton of like vintage and antique stores when we can go back out. But I love that the Bad Hair Day, it's just this thick, dense foliage. It looks like my haircut right now because I haven't had a haircut. But it's just that thick, that draping leaves that come down. They can turn that blush red. They're really unique and really interesting.
Oh, they are. They're so cool. And I love to add that kind of dimension and interest into my garden. But I sure would love to be surrounded by them on my patio. Okay, I can't right now, Katie. I don't know if you can see. Oh, that is just too much. If a garden can make you giggle, smile, feed you, and make you feel good, that's as close to a mother you're going to get to. I love that. Meaning your actual natural mother. M67488. Oh, there's the Lavender Lady. That's a gorgeous close-up. It almost looks, Katie, like she has little seed pearls dappled around the leaves.
Yes, it's so beautiful. I mean, that's kind of why we call it Lady. The other two, the Mission to Mars and the Bad Hair Day, are funky. The Lavender Lady is very elegant, and I think it has more of a succulent quality to it. It looks a little bit more like a succulent.
She looks blue there on my screen right now.
So it's a little of that lavender grayish bluish hue.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
But I do want to note, I keep saying succulents. These are not, they're water wise plants, but you don't need to never water them like you do succulents. You just water them like you do your normal plant.
I think I started that when I started the presentation with saying succulent, but they do remind me of the feel, just the way that they are. But I'm glad that you said that, because succulents, take very little water, right? You can kill them by over watering or whatever the case is. So these would be just fine, right, in a pot outside.
Yes.
Or can you put them in the ground too?
You can put them in the ground. Yes. I mean, one of the things that I got to see these growing up in Michigan, where the collectors who have these, and they have them in the ground. They have a huge garden collection of all of these mangaves. So they're just peppered with each other, but you can see with some of the pictures how they plant them with other plants as well. I mean, these would look cool with the lavender because they look both like the same sun conditions. The colors, those silvery colors, would be really pretty together. But they're really that statement plant for a container. So you put it in one of your funky containers, and people will just stop and they'll want to know what that is.
Got to do the funky container, especially with the bad hair day. That was just hysterical. I'll tell you what, you guys, build yourself a little place, a little garden, a little. By the way, that's shipped as shown. Right here? Oh no, on the floor. Oh, okay. Here it is. Now, honestly, I mean, when I look at this is how they're shipped. Now, really, Katie, this is going to be that by the end of the year?
In one growing season. So, you know, it depends on where you live. This was a nice warm climate. But I think if you take care of it and you give it the right sun conditions, which is full sun and the right amount of water, it will grow that big in its first season.
That's wild.
Yes.
Okay. Any kind of maintenance that I need to do while it's growing? Anything important? I just put it in and I go.
So full sun, and then we said appreciates regular waterings, and it does like that Cottage Farms bud and flower booster fertilizer.
Okay.
But other than that, I mean, especially if it's container grown, if it's in a container, please make sure you are fertilizing any of your container grown plants regularly.
I love it.
But other than that, these are off to the races.
Oh, they sure are, you guys. And take a look at these pictures. They're just beautiful. Lots of ideas cracking me up. And of course, you don't have to put them in a head. You can go ahead and just put them in a regular container if you'd like to. Katie, how soon are we trading out pots for this? If it's going to go from, you know, that container that it comes in to that full-blown large one, how soon? What, every couple weeks am I trading out pots, or can I put it in one big one initially and let it fill it out?
Yeah, I would go ahead and start it out in at least a 12 or 15-inch pot to start. Yeah.
Oh, these are beautiful.
Pot it up. Yeah.
And if not, just right into the ground she goes, right?
Yep.
Okay. 5 easy payments of $4.60. This is new. Free shipping and handling with it. You see Lavender Lady. There is Mission to Mars. And then, of course, Bad Hair Day. That's a good bad hair day. Katie, I love that one. That's so cool.
I know, it's fun.
But you know what? Here's what you were talking about. And you said, especially if you're container gardening, that you really highly recommend